Hello and welcome to City Beat, your source for the latest news and information here in the city of Rocky Mount. I'm Media Relations Specialist Jesse Nunnery, and I'm excited today to have three guests. We're standing on the lawn of the Helen P. Gay Historic Train Station here in downtown Rocky Mount, and I'm joined by Linda Joyner, Greg Royal, and Reggie Barrett. They are three members of the 2021 Juneteenth Community Empowerment Festival Committee. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Juneteenth is back this year. After taking off last year because of the COVID pandemic, we are back. So this group has worked extremely hard to bring the event to us June 18th and 19th this year. So we're going to start off and just talk about, we missed you guys last year. We missed having the event. We'll start with you, Ms. Joyner.
Sure.
How did this event come back this year?
Wow. Well, we waited and waited to see what would be the whether or not we would be allowed to have it, because we wanted to make sure that we keep all of our citizens, all of our people safe from COVID from the COVID. So when we got the word that we could go forward with it, we went. We jumped right on it, needless to say, and we started planning. We already have some things in mind, some things from the past that we knew we do each year. So we just started automatically rocking it, making calls. As a matter of fact, we already had some people calling us, asking us if we were going to be doing it this year. So they were ready, and so were we.
And Mr. Royal, you've been on this committee since day one.
Yes.
This is now, 20 plus years of having this in the
It's
area?
almost 19.
Almost 19,
Yeah.
Right.
Almost 2 decades of this.
Yes.
So what goes into the planning of having this kind of event?
A lot of patience. Coordinating with our members and our two organizations along with the city of Rocky Mount.
Yes.
It's like a puzzle, putting a puzzle together.
Yeah. I would say.
And Mr. Barrett, we've got an educational aspect to this event every year as well. So can you fill us in before we get kind of into the specifics about what you do?
Actually, that's one of my favorite pieces. It gives us an opportunity to spotlight and recognize kids in our community that's working hard in the classroom, and it allows us to be big fans of theirs and to keep them encouraged. That Friday night at 6 o'clock downtown at the event center, we will be hosting our annual AB honor roll for these children. And the schools that we partnership with has always been Baskerville Elementary, Parker Middle School, D.S. Johnson. This year we was fortunate enough to pull in students from the Peacemakers this year to involve them into what we're doing. As you mentioned earlier, it's been such a short window because of COVID, and we got started a little late, but we're excited about the kids that we will be able to touch and recognize. So I'm glad you asked that question.
Yeah. And we're going to get right back into the schedule for this year, but first and foremost, Ms. Joyner, just to remind people, give us a little history on Juneteenth, because we do want to recognize the reason for the event.
Right, sure, and that's one of my excitements about this time, celebrating Juneteenth. While we are celebrating, we want to keep out front and foremost that it is not just about celebrating, but it's about educating, because I think the word is getting around as to what Juneteenth is all about. It's better than it was before. I think when I first learned about Juneteenth, I was living in Greensboro at the time, and I went to a Juneteenth festival there. And after that, I knew nothing about why we even celebrated it. I was going to a festival. And that's what we want to kind of downplay. You're not just going to a festival to party. You're going to party with a purpose. And that purpose is to celebrate the time that when General Gordon Granger rode into Galveston, Texas, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed. Because in Galveston, the word has not got around that the enslaved have been freed. And General Granger tried several times to get through, to get to Galveston, to let them know that slavery had been abolished, and that in 1863, but then 1862, but anyway, When he finally got through, it was June 19th. And a lot of people ask me, why do you call it Juneteenth? What does Juneteenth mean? So just two words put together, Juneteenth. So the celebration of the freed slaves is what we do for Juneteenth. And that's why it's so exciting to me. And you know, and even historically, it had been kind of downplayed. I think Galveston probably was the only state that was, Texas was the only state that was celebrating Juneteenth, but then it started spreading abroad, and now it's celebrated. I'm not sure about the number of states that celebrate as an official holiday, but several states have now made it an official holiday. Several cities have made it an official holiday. As a matter of fact, the town of Princeville, we could not go without making it an official holiday because we are the oldest town chartered by freed slaves in America. So how could we not celebrate it and make it an official holiday? So now it is. So that's just a little snippet of the history of Juneteenth. Certainly, we want you to kind of look it up. So when you get out here on Saturday the 19th, you will know exactly why you're here.
Right. And it is an official holiday here in the city of Rocky Mount too, as city facilities will be closed to celebrate Juneteenth.
That's great.
But Mr. Royal, so let's go down. Let's start Friday night. What are we going to see starting at 5 o'clock, and give us the location?
All right. Started around 2 o'clock. We had the vendors coming in. All right, and then we're doing sound checks starting at 4, and starting at 6 we have line dancing for all our line dancers, and then starting around about 7ish we have the McLaughlin Band featuring Stanley Bird, followed by Jesse Story and the Storytellers. As Jesse Story, she's from Charlotte, North Carolina, and then Saturday we will kick off with our bike rodeo.
Yeah.
They will arrive right here at the train station around about 11:30ish. Then we have our opening ceremony, followed by our gospel piece, of which will be Ma Green and family, along with Tavis Harris.
Yeah, and Flav.
We also have Milton Bullock. We have Envision, Marcus Anderson, featuring Kenny Lattimore will close it out for us. So we have a whole day of entertainment for our public.
Wow, some heavy hitters there.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job. Mr. Barrett, what is something that you look forward to? Obviously, you mentioned the educational piece, but just the event in general over 2 days.
Well, Saturday, as Keith said, we kick it off with the bike rodeo. I want to mention a name, Vernon Bruck Powell. He was one of the founding members of the community empowerment side. We lost Vernon about 3 years ago to cancer, he rest his soul. And this was the best time of the year for him. So the bike rodeo, we changed the name of the bike rodeo 2 years ago to the Vernon Powell Memorial Bike Ride. And we started at Metropolitan Church over in Hillsdale with the support of the state, local, and county police departments. They provide us a motorcade, escort us all the way over to our destination. And once we get here, we'll be giving away free bikes to the children. So to see the excitement of these young people when they win these bikes, all of a sudden they got transportation for the summer.
Right.
And that part right there just lifts my spirit. So that's one of my favorites there.
Well, we appreciate the work that each of you have done to bring this Community Empowerment Festival back to us. Again, that's June 18th and 19th in downtown Rocky Mount. Please visit the city's website, social media outlets, as we will continue to let you know more about the details of this Empowerment Festival. So thank you, and we will see you on June 18th.
That I wanted to mention about the Juneteenth celebration. Juneteenth started, and what year was that, Greg?
2005.
The celebration of Juneteenth in Rocky Mount started 2005, and there were two very important people who were a part of that, the startup of the Juneteenth celebration, and that was Mr. John Perry and Mary Perry. And both of them are now gone on to be with the Lord. And we have a scholarship award that we present each year. And in the past, it was the John Perry Scholarship Award. And since his wife has joined him, now it's the John and Mary Perry Scholarship Award. One of our goals for the Juneteenth committee was to help to put some young people through college, or help them, assist them in getting to college, and to recognize some in the community that has done outstanding work. And we have the Humanitarian Award. So those 2 scholarships will be presented on Saturday, the 19th, and some blessed student will be blessed as a result of the John and Mary Perry Scholarship Award, and we are very excited about that.
Wow. So, yeah, as you can see, this festival stands on the shoulders of a lot of people who did a lot of work before us. And,
Yeah.
we're thankful for the history, thankful for the education advancement that it'll give. And we'll have a little fun and listen to some great music and eat a lot of good food, too.
Yes.
Anything else?
And our speaker for
Yes.
his event is the Reverend Dr. William Barber
The Honorable.
from the Poor People's Campaign. He'll be speaking at 4:30.
Okay. All right.
right.
So again, we'll make sure that we add all of the details to our website, to our social media pages as well. Please take a look at this video and our podcast via Spotify. We are on YouTube and Facebook. And we look forward to this 2021 Juneteenth Community Empowerment Festival. So thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All
We're
right.
excited.
I'm Jesse Nunnery, and we will see you next time.